What's up, Idol Monglers? Today, I have a very special video prepared for you. I'm going to be 100% honest. I turned this video on. I did not remember the intro. Genuinely did not remember it. I had to backtrack to when I filmed last video to find what the intro was. Okay, let's just start off the video idea. So there are times when I do these video ideas where I'm like, top 10 manga that are better than the anime, or top 10 action manga, or top 10 this or whatever, right? And I give that part, but then also to put a little spin on things, I give the opposite side. So like if I do top 10 manga that are better than the anime, I do top 10 anime that are better than the manga. And then same thing with, if I do a top 10 action manga, I do a top 10 romance manga, or top worst 10 action manga. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I always like to do the opposite of whatever the video idea is, so that, we have a little difference on the channel here. I just think it's a lot more fun too. And I'm doing that here again, and I'm doing top 10, or at least in my opinion, the top 10 best art in manga, and then the top 10 best art styles in manga, which are two different things. And I'm going to be doing that today, but I thought we'd switch it up a little bit, where instead of just running through them, we do a little bit of a comparison, and we pick, we get to pick what our favorites or least favorites was. So I'll bring up number 1, or I guess number 10. They're not really in an order. I just grabbed them off the shelf. But we get number 10 of the best art, and we get number 10 of the best art style, and we compare which art we like better. So I'm going to do my list in this video. In the comment section down below, I would like it if you do your list, just so I could see it. I'm not going to do another video on it, but it would be really cool if you also did a list of number 10, I thought it was manga A, and number 2, number 9, I thought it was manga C, and I just think it would be pretty cool. So let's just get it started. Starting off with a manga that has an incredible just art in general. I think it's pretty obvious I was going to choose this because this one's pretty known to be one of the best. It's One Punch Man. I mean, this first volume's art isn't the greatest. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking at volumes here and stuff, and they look great. The art is still great, but the art in the future at least in One Punch Man, is so much better. I've seen some of that art in, the later volumes, and it's fucking incredible. And we are going to be comparing this with one of my favorite art styles in manga, Blue Lock. I love Blue Lock's art style. I love the edginess. I love the scratchiness. I love how cool it is, how much it flows, the pacing of the art. I just love the detail, the style. I love the characters' eyes, how big they are. They almost feel entranced when they play soccer. I really, really love that at Blue Lock. Now, if I had to pick which art I would rather prefer in a manga, for me, it might be Blue Lock, honestly, because I value this art style so much. It is so cool, and it's not like this art is bad or anything. Honestly, if my collection was small and I have some of these volumes here, I had in some of the other ones, Blue Lock could have been on that list of the best, just art in general, not even art style. It definitely could have been. It's still incredible art, but the art style, I think, is what makes it so goddamn good. And I think, at least of what I've read for both manga, I have to go Blue Lock here. And I mean, if we're comparing volume 1s, I might go One Punch Man, but the art in Blue Lock isn't, especially early, isn't the greatest. Just looking at some of these panels, hold on, let me get a good one. Something like this, it looks great, but the art style isn't what it becomes later on in the I just did that. That's a beautiful panel. It's not what it becomes later on in the manga. It still looks great, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't become up to that big standard that Blue Lock is doing now. So at least for the first two, I'm going with Blue Lock in my opinion. I just like Blue Lock more. I just do. Now I actually haven't set this up to be a better. I just grabbed, when I did I was let me grab 10 manga that have great art. Boom, just grab 10 random ones that I knew had great art. Let me grab 10 manga that I think have the best art style. Boom, grab 10 random ones. In no consequential order. So the next manga I grab are not better or worse. I mean, I might say if they are, but it's And I'm also not good at reviewing art, so this isn't going to be like the greatest video of all time. But like these are not in order. That's what I'm trying to say. So representing for the best art in manga, we have Vagabond. Vagabond also could have been on the best art style. Vagabond's art style is great. I don't want to show that volume yet. I love the art and just art style in this manga, but I do think it's more of the art in general because the detail is so good, especially on later volumes. The details, the fights, the just like everything about Vagabond just looks so high quality. It just looks so goddamn good, and just the facial expressions are incredible too. The scratchiness, yeah, Vagabond is definitely up there. And for art style, I got honestly a bit of an underrated pick. I don't think a lot of people have been thinking about, or at least know about, but it's Tokyo Adventures. I think Tokyo Adventures art style is incredible. I love Tokyo Adventures art style. I'm not a big fan of the character designs, but like when characters cry and stuff, I love the way the artist draws tears. Like I love that shit so much. I love like the page composition of the art style. Like I love that shit. So many characters look so cool in that. Like, I'm not a big fan of the art, the character designs, but the art style just makes it look so much better. I love Tokyo Revengers art style. But I would be lying if I said I preferred it over Vagabond. It's actually a lot closer. It's actually a lot closer in my opinion. Like I just love Tokyo Revengers art style. There's just something about it that I just really, really enjoy. And I honestly could not tell you what it is, but for now, I have to go with Vagabond. Vagabond's art is just too good. Its art style is too good. Even if I wasn't even comparing art in general, if I was just comparing art style, I feel like I would have to go Vagabond either way. Because Vagabond's art style is still incredible as well. Alright. Next, we've got... Ooh, wait, it's actually kind of a good matchup. So, I haven't read a lot of this series yet, and I know that it's going to get a lot better. But, at least artistic-wise, it's Berserk. I've read 2 volumes of Berserk so far. I plan on reading the 3rd pretty soon because I know the 3rd is going to be a pretty big volume, at least in the, like, where I'm at in the story. I enjoy Berserk, and the art is very good, but it's not, like, the incredible art that I've seen, like, of other panels on, like, Twitter or whatever, and I've heard people talk about. Like, I've heard people talk about Berserk like its art deserves to be in, like, a museum. I haven't gotten there yet. I do want to get there, and it's not like the art is bad or anything. Like, if you look at panels like this panel, like, it still looks great. The composition of the art is incredible. Let's see. Like, oh my God, like, this page looks fantastic. It reminds me of, that one Chainsaw Man page at like chapter 1 where he's like standing over all the zombies. Like this looks fantastic. I love this stuff, but it hasn't gotten to the highs that I've heard that it can get to. At least not yet. I'm looking at more like, my goodness, like just look at that art. It just looks so good. And the manga that is representing the art style side is Beastars. I love Beastars' art style. I think it's super cartoonish. I think it's super cute. I think it's charming. Like, if you look at just say a random page of Beastars, like the animals look so cartoonish, but they just look so endearing as well. I love the Beastars art style. But it's not beating Berserk. Like, it's just not beating Berserk. I would even say the art style for Berserk is better. I just love the way Berserk looks. And I love the way Beastars look. Don't get me wrong. But especially it's better in later volumes. But the art, God, but the art style is so good. It's hard to compare. It's like comparing 2 different things. It's like if I grabbed one like stack of books based off story and one stack of books based off characters. And I'm like, what's better? This manga's story or this manga's characters? It's like, well, that actually might have been a little bit easier because again, it's hard to distinguish what is an art style to what is an art. Well, I mean, they're both art, but you get what I mean. So I think I'm going to go with Berserk here. Right now, art, just in general, is winning 2-1. So hopefully art style can pick it up. Next, again, I have another one that I feel could be in both. It's The Fable. This is more art, though. I don't really care for the art style of The Fable. It's very realistic, and I think the characters just look kind of boring. Besides the main character, I really like the main character's design. But like you know, like the settings and stuff, they look just fantastic. Like they look incredibly detailed. You don't even need like I don't even need to show you like an incredible panel. You just need to look at something like this where it's like look at the backgrounds and the buildings and stuff. Like it just looks fantastic. And the manga it's going up against is Blue Period. I love Blue Period's art style. I think that it's just so good. It's just so detailed. It looks so like professional even. Like look at a page like this and don't tell me this doesn't have good art. Like this, I don't know why. There's just something about it. I think it's the way it's like shot. Like if you think of this manga as like a movie, I think the way the panels are shot like as actual like movie frames and the way that they actually tell a story on their own, I think well exceeds the fable here. In my opinion, I just like Blue Period more. And it's something that really Blue Period and not a lot of other manga do. We'll get to it. Actually, the next one's probably the biggest one that does it. But Blue Period is incredible in that sense. All right, we're halfway through it. Next, a little bit of an underrated pick, but this art is incredible, though I do not want to show you a single second of any of this art, just in the terms of it looks disgusting and creepy. It is, I grabbed volume 3/4. I didn't even grab volume 1. Whatever. It's homunculus. I meant to grab volume 1, but it's fine. And then the manga that, actually technically a manhwa that is going up against it is The Boxer. Again, The Boxer's art style, I like it, but it might not be the best, but the way it's drawn, like the way it's like shot and the way certain panels are, like when you flip to the next page, the way a certain panel just appears on the page is just so goddamn cool. And it might just be better. Like homunculus, I can tell, is drawn incredibly well. It must take a lot of time to do. But The Boxer just gets me a lot more emotional with the way its art is handled. The way it's like executed, if that makes sense. So honestly, I'm going with The Boxer on this one. I'm going with The Boxer. I'm just going with The Boxer, in my opinion. Okay, don't hate the play, all right? Next, I have a manga that I do not enjoy that much. And I want to change it, but it just hasn't sold me. But I do think its art is very good. Probably one of the weaker ones on this list, but I do think its art is very good. And then I also have one that's also kind of a weaker one on this list as well. And it's Vagabond for art. And then it's Haikyuu for art. What is it? Art style. There we go. It's tricky. If you take the last 20 volumes of Haikyuu's art style and compare it to Vagabond, I give it to Haikyuu. But Haikyuu is 45 volumes. And the first, I want to say until Shuri Torizawa, that first, section until, the second match of Oikawa, the art style is not good at all. The later parts of Haikyuu, the art style is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Some of the best art I've ever seen. But it just doesn't beat Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga's art is just, it's great. It's like the pinnacle of movement, of detail to movement to fluidity to everything. Genuinely, art is great. It's more about art style, honestly, than regular art. But I give it a Vagabond. Or not Vagabond, Vinland Saga. All right, so right now it's tied up 3-3. Next, we got, this is actually a pretty tough one. So for art, for just genuine art, this one that's been getting a lot of traction recently because of the anime, and the details just so incredibly high here. It's Dandadan. Obviously, the art is so good. It's super fluid. It feels like rushing water when I'm reading this. And it's, genuinely scary, too. So, yeah, Dandadan, obviously, for art. But for art style, we have Full Night. And Full Night is a bit tricky because I love Full Night's art style. Genuinely, I couldn't tell you why. It's so, it's so plain, and it feels like every character is made out of paper. The volume is made out of paper, but it feels like every character is made out of paper or paper mache, and I just love that about Full Night. Its art style directly fits with its plot, and I think that's why I just have to give it a Full Night here. Again, as you can see, I am not giving the greatest analysis of all time, brother. I can barely draw a circle, so me saying one art style is better than one's art or whatever, don't give much value into it, okay? I just thought this would be a fun video to do. All right, next. I feel like this one's pretty easy, but I mean, we'll go through it anyway. We have Real, probably some of my favorite artwork in manga, period. And we have The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. This is for art, this is for art style. Their artwork, art style. This is just better. Like, I love The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity's art style. I love how stretchy it is. I love how the dark colors are drawn. I love the contrasting between the two main characters. I love the shadows. I love everything about this art style. But it's real. It's just real. It just has to be. The art, the movement of characters' wheelchairs, the way things are shot, the way things are drawn, character designs, like... This literally feels like a perfect manga. This is the perfect manga. And that includes art. And I'm putting it above The Fragrant Flower. So let's count these actually. So this is going to be the art style hand. This is going to be the artwork hand. We have art style 1, then artwork, then artwork, then art style, then artwork, then art style, then artwork. Okay, so it's 4-4 each. It is 4-4. Down to our next two. For artwork, I have one that is pretty popular for having good artwork and just in general, like just being incredible, especially in like the last arc. But it is Gantz. Gantz's art, especially in the last arc, is fucking fantastic. But I'm telling you, it's going to lose because it's going up against Versus. Versus art style is literally my favorite art style in manga, probably. Like, look at some of these pages. It doesn't even need to be a big page. Like, it can literally be any page. And it just has good artwork and art. Like, look at that art style, bro. That looks fucking incredible. I will literally not even look at the page. Flip to a random page. I'm not even going to look. See? Look how good that looks. Look how good that looks. Look how good that looks. I flipped to a random ass page. And it looks fucking incredible. And then when I show you a good page. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Let me find, like, a good one. I'm saying, like, good. Hold on. I know there's one that comes up pretty soon. Oh, this one looks incredible. Look at that shit. Oh, my goodness. It looks so good, bro. It just looks hype. I can't even explain it, like, how good I enjoy like some of this art. Oh my god, there's one panel I want to find. I don't know where it is though. You guys probably know if you read Versus Volume 1. You probably know what I'm talking about. But like every single panel in Versus just looks. Oh, here it is. This is like my favorite panel, 2 panels in the entire manga. Bro, look at that shit. Look at that shit. That's fucking insane. This shit looks too good. Too good for being Versus. And the next volume's coming out in May, bro. It's coming out in May. I can't wait that long. Bro, please just overwork yourself already, bro. Please. Okay, joke's over. And then Gantz, while it does look incredible, and I think, like, you can't really improve it, the art style is really, really bad. Like, and it's just kind of hard to look at some characters sometimes. Especially when we get to the alien shit. Yeah, it's just kind of tough. So right now, art styles are winning. So we have the last set. Art styles winning. I think it's going to be a tie. Let me just show you. For artwork, I have Goodnight Poon Poon, which obviously, this is one of the most well-known manga for being incredibly drawn. There's also manga like Dead Dead Demons, but I haven't finished it, nor have I really started it that much. I've only read like 2 volumes, so I don't want to give it to that because I just know nothing about it. But Goodnight Poon Poon's artwork is incredible. And this one is really tough because I have Chojin X, but this is really a representative for all of Sue Ishida's work. And I think Chojin X's artwork is better than Tokyo Ghoul anyway. Even if like... But like Volume 1 does not give it justice. Volume 2 and the rest of the volumes give it justice on how good this manga looks. It's really tough for me. I think I have to go with Chojin X, honestly. I love how Goodnight Poon Poon looks. It looks incredible. And I guess if I'm being objective, again, I'm the biggest guy who goes objectivity does not exist in manga because it's an art form, and art forms rely on opinion based objectives. But objectively, Goodnight Poon Poon looks better. But I'm saying Chojin X. I honestly, this is showing me that I care a lot more about art style than artwork. Artwork can look fucking incredible, but if I don't like the way your characters look, or I don't like the way this something is drawn, or I think this looks annoying or whatever, I'm gonna go with the art style. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go with the art style. That's just what happens. So, yeah, the fucking sue me. Okay, that is everything. Oh god, I almost died. I just want to say one more thing, and this will be in the reading log for March, but I have to get this off my chest. This might be one of the best one-shots I've ever read in my entire life. Like, it is on the same level of Grass and Goodbye, Eri. There we go. Grass and Goodbye, Eri. Or Goodnight, Eri. I don't fucking remember. Those are my two favorite one-shots. This is on the same level now, which is fucking insane. This was so good. I'm like a loss for words how good this was, but I'll talk about that in a later video. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end, put a sleeping emoji. You know that one emoji that like sleeps or whatever? Put that emoji. I heard that actually Apple is going to be releasing new emojis, so yeah, whatever that does. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.